taking a lick or something?
What?
Took so long to answer, I figured you were draining a snake. Or slitting your throat.
Slitting my... Dude, why would I do that?
Oh, I see. Stiff up a lip, huh? That won't work with me this time. I've known you too long. This has got to be killing you. 35 seconds left in the fucking half. Then a 52-yard, a 50-fucking-2-yard field goal. 17-3, and we get the ball to start the second half? I figured you were calling a suicide hotline by now.
So the Jets are winning?
You gotta be shitting me, man. You're not watching the game?
No.
You're not watching the game?
I was just, you know...
You're not watching the game?
Dude.
You're not watching the game?
Okay.
You're not watching the game?
Enough, dude, all right?
How is this possible, man? You're a lifelong diehard Giants fan. I'm a lifelong diehard Jets fan. We've been giving each other shit about this since we were kids. Now, for the first time, Jets versus Giants on Monday Night Football. Monday Night Football! And you're telling me you're not watching? You're full of shit.
It's true, man.
No. This is just some cheap punk-ass way of getting out of taking your lumps. Depriving me of my chance to glow. Taking away my one moment of glory in this miserable dead-end existence. That is my life.
Piling it on a bit thick, dude.
That opening touchdown drive? I now know the reason why my mother chose not to abort me. But my father begged her to.
Come on, man.
What are you laughing about? The whole world is crashing down around you. Don't deny it, man. You knew I'd call as soon as the first half ended. My Jets shut your sorry-ass Giants down, and you don't want to talk. Come on, take it like a man, you pussy.
I'm telling you, dude.
Pussy!
Seriously.
Gary boy.
I mean it.
Tell me, buddy, are you actually wearing panties at this very moment?
All right, enough. All right, I got into something and I couldn't get out of it.
Jets, Giants on Monday Night Football. What could you possibly get into? You're getting something.
Well, that's a crude way of describing the physical act of love.
Now?
A man and a woman.
Get the fuck out of here!
Well, what was I supposed to do? Push her aside and say, baby, the game's on.
Yes!
You would turn down sex for a football game.
I'm married, remember? Besides, it's not just any game.
I know. Jets. Giants.
On Monday Night Football, man. Shit, I made it clear to my wife she couldn't even talk to me tonight. I told her not even to get into my peripheral sight line. I marked off my perimeter. This is officially a no estrogen zone.
How did you mark off the boundaries?
The same thing the way we did for Super Bowl. Joanne stood next to me with a tape measure. I let out a huge fart, and she kept back in the hole. She couldn't smell
Nasty,
it.
dude. Nasty.
No, it's not, man. Joanne knows me. She understands. She went off to the movies with that weird friend of hers.
Who?
A weird one, you know her. With the short hair. Very short, if you know what I mean. You know her. She was at the picnic this year. What the fuck's her name? Alice. The necrophiliac.
Alice is a narcoleptic, not a necrophiliac. And she keeps her hair cut short to avoid getting it caught in things when she falls asleep suddenly.
I'm just...
Christ, you're a sensitive son of a bitch, aren't you?
I'm just saying, man. All I'm saying is, I know how to control my woman. And Mike Johnson. I mean, there's a time and a place for everything. How could you possibly make a date for tonight?
It's not a date, dude. I'm not in high school anymore. We're lovers. And we were both free tonight.
You weren't free.
I know. Jets. Giants.
On Monday Night Football.
All right, which brings us back to sex versus football.
Why does it have to be versus?
Huh?
Why can't it be before football? Or after football? Or during halftime?
Don't you think scheduling sex around football is a little unromantic?
And scheduling sex around dinner and drinks is better? And don't tell me that's not scheduling. Look, all I'm saying is you can get your pole waxed anytime. But this happens about as often as a white guy winning a marathon. I mean, really, there should be some sort of weight classification. Like they have in boxing. Those Kenyans, they make fashion models look like sumo wrestlers. It's not fair to the people who come from countries that actually have food.
Dude, that's terrible.
What? I'm just saying.
And I'm just saying, if we could stay somewhere within 10 miles of the point here, a woman needs to feel special every now and then.
I don't even know you anymore. Have you been watching that Dr. Fred on TV?
I think it's Dr. Phil. And no, but maybe you should.
Hey, I don't need to make my wife feel special to get her into the sack. I mean, she's going to wind up there every night anyway.
Look, I'm not married, remember? Yeah, she knows the game is important to me. She was available tonight, and I want her to know she's important to me too.
That's what flowers mean.
Hey, that's what DVRs are for.
I am taping it for posterity, But it's different, and you know it, man. You gotta see it live. Watching it later isn't as good as the real thing.
Yeah, laying in bed, whacking off to a Playboy magazine isn't as good as the real thing either.
Well, that depends. Which issue we're talking? As if we're talking Penny Baker, January 1998.
Dude.
I gotta tell you something, man. That woman does something.
You mean you would actually sit there with a magazine in your hand?
Relax. I'm just kidding, man. So how come I haven't heard about this red hot romance before?
It's new.
That's why you're talking like this. Just wait till you're married. You'll understand.
I think you've forgotten what it's like.
What's like?
Love.
I knew it. You are wearing panties, you prick. What color are they? Pink? I bet they're pink.
Yeah, come on, dude.
Oh, hold on. Buddy, I just found your balls. They must have popped out of your pink panties and rolled under my jail last time you were here.
Yeah, fuck you.
Love. This is me you're talking to. What the fuck do you know about love?
What do I know? I love a lot more than you, that's for sure. You just kicked your wife out of the house to watch a football game.
I didn't. It's not just any game.
I know. Jets, Giants.
On Monday Night Football.
So it's a big game. So what? That's not the point.
Of course that's the point. That's what I'm talking about. That's love.
Oh, that's love.
Yes, I didn't kick Joanne out of the house. What was I supposed to do? Throw her out, put a gun to her head? She'd come back in the middle of the night when I was sleeping and set the fucking bed on fire. I'm sorry, Your Honor, but he hit me. Case dismissed, and next month it's the Lifetime Channel's movie of the fucking week. And with my luck, my part will be played by Gary fucking Busey.
Dude, what the hell are you talking about?
What I'm saying is I didn't throw her out. She left on her own because she knows how important this game is to me and that I needed to be alone when I watched it. So she's out in a theater trying to hear dialogue over a snoring Alistair necrophiliac. That's love.
Well, that may explain why she loves you. But what do you do to show that you love her?
I married her, didn't I? I haven't left. Never cheated on her.
Never?
Never. And for two very important reasons. First off, I'm a fucking pig. Who'd have you? And B, she'd have you. Why? I have absolutely no fucking idea. Huge flaw in her character. I love her anyway.
Alright, so going back to what I asked you before, what do you ever do to show her that?
Why do I have to show her? She knows. Do I have to tell her every day? She knows. I stabbed fucking Joe Namath in the fucking eye for her.
Why in the world would you stab Joe Namath in the eye?
I'm just saying, you know how I feel about Broadway Joe. He's my fucking idol. That's how much she means to me.
But it isn't likely you'll be required to stab Joe Namath in the eye to defend your wife anytime soon.
God forbid.
So maybe a gesture a little more realistic, a little more concrete.
What more could she possibly want?
Dude. Do you think that when Joanne was young, this was how she pictured her life? Cooking, cleaning, giving you estrogen-free zones whenever you wanted. Don't you think you take her for granted? That she needs to feel appreciated every now and then.
When's this coming? You heard something? Did she say something?
No, man, it's common sense.
Because you tell me, right? I mean, you're my bud. Fuck, you're my best friend. You're my only friend, you know, for important shit.
I know.
Good. So if she starts hinting around about something she wants or needs for Christmas or something, you'll let me know, right?
Okay.
Maybe you're right, man. I mean, maybe she does deserve something special. I'll pick her up some flowers on the way home tomorrow. And maybe some peaches. She's been on a real peach kick lately. Maybe it's a homo thing. Anyhow, like I was saying, you're just getting started out with this chick, and that's how it is at first. Oh, baby, you're so wonderful, baby. Anyway, anything to get where you want to go, but you'll see, man. If you guys really love each other, after a while, things don't need to be said. They're understood. Like you and me, for instance. That's why I'm so mad at you for cheating on me.
What?
You stood me up. We didn't talk about it, but we had an understanding about this game. We'd watch it on TV, and whoever team was winning would call the other guy and make his life as miserable as possible. I mean, what's the fun in watching the Jets kick some major giant ass if I can't call you and gloat about it? I was counting on you, man. To complain about the bad calls. Tell me to go fuck myself. It's what best friends are for.
I know. You're right. I'm
Well,
sorry.
There's nothing that can be done about it now, man. The least you can do is keep it in your pants till after the game is over. But if the Giants do come back, then win. You officially forfeited any claim of gloating as a penalty for this unforgivable betrayal of my trust.
I don't know what to say.
I mean, you and Joanne are all I got, man. some strange reason, despite my warm, sunny personality and sensitive nature, I don't make much friends. I ain't got you, man. I got nothing.
I'm really sorry, dude.
Jeez, would you lighten up? You sound like you just ran over my pet cat, Mr. Whiskers.
You don't have a cat.
I know I don't have a cat, and if I did, and its name was Mr. Whiskers, I'd run over the damn thing. And your ex-wife took up with Woody Allen, and Manelli's got a song back, so fuck you!
Dude!
And fuck you too!
I love you, man. You always know how to make me laugh.
Yeah, my saving grace, I guess. That's what Joanne says.
I mean, that's a good quality. You know, making people laugh. Women say that's the #1 thing they look for in a man.
I'm always saying that, but it's a bunch of bullshit. Let me ask you a question. Who do you think got laid more often? Robert Mitchum or Red Skelton? I mean, women don't want to laugh. They want to moan. I could be in bed with a woman moments away from taking her to the promised land, and if she turned and looked and saw Russell Crowe on the TV, she'd stop and send me out for ice cream.
I thought you said you never cheated.
I haven't. I said I could be in bed with a woman. It never happened, but if it did, it would.
Think Joanne would do that?
I don't know. It's funny, man. After all these years, I just don't know. Anyway, trust me, when women talk about sensuality, they don't mean a sense of humor or common sense.
So how did you end up becoming such a, you know...
Oh, boo!
What?
They got the motor working and one of the fucking Sinatras just fell off the stage. Anyway, you were saying?
How did you end up becoming such an expert on what women want? I mean, you didn't date very much before Joanne.
That's just it, man. I had to work it. I mean, it was always easy for you. You never had to try and figure them out. All you had to do was show up. I also learned a lot from those profiles next to the centerfolds in Playboy magazine. Did you know that Penny Baker used to go fishing with her dad and brothers when she was a little girl? She likes long walks on the beach, and her biggest turnoff is a man who wears too much jewelry.
Dude, you're worse than a Trekkie with this Penny Baker.
I'm not alone, my friend. We are not a cult. We're just misunderstood. Anyway, the teams are getting back on the field, man.
All right, I'll talk to you tomorrow, okay?
Promise me you'll watch the second half, buddy. I'm counting on
I
it.
promise, okay? I promise.
Honey, I gotta go. Why were you talking to so late?
Joanne!
Oh.